It's episode 4. I'm Hailey.
I'm Bailey.
And this is the
Hailey and Bailey show. Ew. So every time we do it, I'm like, ew. It's fine.
Anyway.
It's fine.
Today, we're going to be talking about, I think, one of the most, controversial movie series.
Yes.
Which is...
Twilight! You either love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
Literally, no in between.
Mm-mm.
I happen to love them. I have loved them since they came out. The first one came out when I was 9?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna make you cringe. I'm sorry.
I was how old was I when the first one came out then?
12 years older than me. That's funny.
Old. I was old. But yeah, I love them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading them as they were coming out.
I never read them. I know, I need to go back and listen to them. I'm not gonna read them all.
You should at least, I think, read Midnight Sun, and it's Twilight and Edward's point of view.
Oh, yeah.
100%, you should read that. If you read any of them, read that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
It's super interesting.
I was thinking of I was thinking of listening to them, especially the last one, because Olivia had told me the other day, that people were upset about the ending of the very last one because it wasn't the same as the book or something. So I was like, no, I gotta read it.
Now you're I gotta know.
No, I'm
Man, I don't remember.
I know.
Huh.
I'll listen to it. And
Okay, then let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you recently rewatched them.
I did.
I watched, 2 months ago.
Which isn't bad, because I think before, prior to me just watching them, it'd been, maybe, a year.
Yeah,
I did watch Twilight recently, and then I didn't watch the rest of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, they just came on Netflix, so I was well, why not? Just binge them all.
Might as well.
Right. So while we're on the topic, let's go down from, your favorite to your least favorite.
Okay.
And then I'll do mine.
Okay. So... I think, oh god, this is crazy. So rewatching them as a 30-something-year-old, my opinions of characters have changed so much.
I feel the same because I watched it from a 9-year-old to a 20-year-old. I was like, wow.
You're wait, I'm kind of I hated, when I was reading the books, I hated Jacob. I hated him when I watched him in the theater. I hated him. Watching him now, I literally couldn't stop crying. I loved him. I loved him.
Yeah.
And I'm just so that definitely affected my favorite movies.
Yeah.
So, my favorite movie is New Moon.
Okay.
And I just love that relationship she was building with Jake. And I mean, it was kind of shitty because it kind of felt not that she was using him. I mean, she was very
she was kind of
she was very open about what she wanted from him.
That's true. Yeah.
But it still sucked.
Yeah.
But honestly, I had I think New Moon and part 1 of Breaking Dawn, those are my top, and my only my tiebreaker was the soundtrack. So
yeah, we've listened to the New Moon soundtrack at work. It is I think it might be the best one out of all.
I think it's the best one because I like some of the songs on Breaking Dawn, and I do enjoy that soundtrack. But the one that I always gravitate toward is always New Moon.
Baby.
So New Moon, Breaking Dawn Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna do it. Oh, am I crazy for saying this?
Probably, but you can say it. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna say Twilight.
No.
It's not that it's good, but I mean, I just have a soft spot. It's a classic.
It's a classic.
I have a soft spot for story building and getting to know all the characters, and the book was just life-changing for me. So I'm gonna put it number 3, and then we'll do not number 3.
Yeah, that
Is it number 3?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll do Breaking Dawn Part 2, and then Eclipse.
Huh. We're definitely different. Well, our number 1 is the same.
New Moon.
Yeah, because I've always loved Jacob.
Really?
Always. As a kid, I was I don't like Edward. He's weird. He's creepy. I rewatching it, I was wow, their love story is actually really beautiful, stuff like that. So I changed a little bit that way, but I'm still
I still got
Team Jake.
the real. I got some of the that's kind of weird vibes, but
yeah. So New Moon's definitely my favorite. The soundtrack, you're right, is the best out of all of them.
Chef's kiss.
And after that, I'm gonna put Breaking Dawn Part 2. I love it just solely because of the ending. Like that, solely because of that. The rest of it I think is kind of boring.
The ending,
but
with the fight, with the
yes.
with the scene,
yes,
the scene,
yeah.
And honestly, that's why I have it low, because that's the only good part about that, and it's not even in the book. So I'm like, no. When I was watching that in the theater, and after reading the book,
that's what Olivia was talking about.
I literally was like, popcorn in the. I was like, I'm leaving. Like, what is this? Carlisle is dead. Excuse me. Like,
yeah. Spoiler.
You're
if you somehow are watching this and haven't seen it,
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
But yeah. So breaking down part 2.
Yeah. So that's my 2. Yeah, that's my number 2. You're gonna hate me for this one.
God.
Number 3, I'm putting Eclipse.
No.
Because the thing that you said about Twilight, I think the same about Eclipse. I feel like you hear a lot more of everyone's background. Like you see, I forget his name.
Jasper?
Yeah. You see his, you see
Rosalie.
You see Rosalie's. So I like that. And then you
did like that.
See everything with the werewolves too. Like you hear about their tribe. So I liked that part of it. And then I did like the fight scene too. And that one, I just like fighting. I just like all the fights.
I thought that fight scene was just like,
yeah, that one wasn't as great because half the time you're going back to the like just Edward.
yeah.
But so that's my number 3. Then Breaking Dawn Part 1 is next.
I can't believe you don't. There's so much happening.
I know. I just think it's.
You say nothing is going on, everything is going on.
That's true. I mean, I watched it 2 months ago, but if I would watch it again, I'll probably be like, yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. I was watching it and I'm like, okay, I'm crying because of the wedding. Like literally number 1.
Okay, I did cry for the wedding.
And I was like, I'm not gonna cry. I'm crying. Actually, you know what I noticed about the wedding? And the thing about that kind of like, I'm gonna go off topic for a second here. When I was watching it, I noticed like Bella gets way more emotional and like more herself like around Jake than like
she does.
Like when she sees him at the wedding,
she gets so happy.
She's so happy, and when she's walking down the aisle to Edward, she's just like in pain.
She gets like nervous around all of them, and I was like, "You're about to marry him."
Yeah.
Like they literally every single one of them have saved your life.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know.
So the wedding, and then they have the honeymoon, and then she gets. I just feel for her because she like wants him so bad.
Oh my god, I think that
And then she gets pregnant, and then has like she's trying to hide it from like Charlie and everyone.
Well, and then Edward like kind of cuts her off after that because he's so like,
he's being mean.
He's so he's so nervous that baby's gonna kill her.
Yeah, he was being mean though. I felt like he was just like not taking her like opinion and just like he definitely is one of those people like he thinks like his way is the right way.
Ugh.
Hated it.
Man.
Rosalie came through. And then Jacob like getting away from the pack. I'm like, Hailey, there's so much happening. And then she like
I
dies.
thought that happens in the first one. I thought that happened in the second one. I guess the second one is kind of really boring compared to the. I said what I said. We're not going back now.
Now you have to watch it and then let me rewatch it.
Yeah. And then the last one, I have to put Twilight as the last one. Like,
it's bad.
It's bad. Like, it makes me cringe. Like, I was watching it with 2 like 15-year-olds. And I was like, they're like laughing and stuff because it's funny. Like it's all over TikTok. Like it's comical.
The part
and I was like, oh god.
Where
God.
Where oh my gosh, what's his name? The one that was like trying to kill her in the first one. Victoria's lover.
We are not fans.
Oh my gosh, why can't we think of it? Anyways,
that guy, the guy that almost killed him.
When he like bites her, does he bite her?
Yeah.
And she's like writhering.
Yeah, because Edward has to suck out the venom.
Yeah, and that scene is just so funny.
Her eyes like cross.
She's like,
oh my girl.
It's bad.
It's so bad.
But to me, it's like it's so bad. It's like good. I don't know. Yeah. But I get it. I understand why it's on the bottom, for sure.
Yeah. Definitely. So I already said what team I am. I'm Team Jacob all the way, even though he can be kind of dick.
Yeah,
sometimes.
he can be.
But are you Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Actually, I did not even think about that because I was like Team Edward, die hard, Edward everything, Edward. But rewatching it, I just love Jacob so much.
I know.
I love him so much. And I was like, I just caught myself like wanting to get away. Like I loved that Edward was like hardly any moon. I was like, bye, like.
Yeah, I was so happy.
But when I was reading it, I like was like thumbing through the pages, like looking for his name, because he's gone in like so much of the book.
Yeah, he is gone, yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, Edward, please come back, because I can't do Jacob and Bella. And now I'm like, I cannot get enough of them.
Right? I love their friendship. I absolutely love it. I think like that's why the second one is like my favorite, because they're such good friends. Like I don't like them together,
But you like them as friends.
but as friends, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like a beautiful relationship.
It's such a
He just had to like get past that like imprint.
the imprint. I can't. I can't with that.
He imprinted on her like ovaries, I guess. This whole time.
Speaking of imprinting, who's your favorite werewolf?
My favorite werewolf, besides Jacob.
Yeah, this is obviously like besides Jacob.
I'm gonna go with Seth. I love Seth.
I love Seth.
He's so sweet.
He is so sweet. In Breaking Dawn Part 1, he like. He's like, I want to leave the pack. I want to be with you.
Yeah.
I think he's a 2-man pack.
Yeah.
Like, he makes me laugh so hard.
He's just so cute.
He's just so sweet. And when Esme goes to bring them sandwiches, he's like the first to take one. I'm like, you're so sweet.
Leah's like, no.
I don't like her. I think she might be my least favorite.
I'm gonna agree. Leah's just,
She's so problematic.
she's
like,
very,
girl, shut up.
Yeah, she's very problematic and like, just mean for no reason.
Yeah, like, he didn't like you. Get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk about freaking stuck in your...
Oh yeah, she's sick. And she's like, I wish I could imprint and just get over it.
I'm like, girl, you can.
You can.
It's called, yeah. I don't know.
Moving on.
I was like, I don't know what it's called.
Moving on.
Since we did Best Werewolf, now we have to do Best Vampire. Obviously, other than Edward.
Ooh, okay.
It's a harder one.
Honestly, I feel like I'm just gonna say Alice, but I don't want to say Alice because it's like everyone's favorite. Like everyone knows they love Alice. Alice is amazing. She's so sweet.
She is. She's the best.
I'm gonna say Rosalie.
Ooh, changing it up.
Mine
is Carlisle.
Actually, yes.
He's my favorite.
He's so sweet.
He's sweet. He's helpful. He saved all of them.
Okay, first of all, yes, he saves all of them. He's like just so nice. When in New Moon, when Edward pushes Bella pushes her back into the wall.
Yeah.
Like he does the stitches. It almost felt romantic when he's stitching her up. I may have been reaching, but even Dan was like, and I was like, doesn't this feel like a romance?
No,
scene?
like I get that. I was like,
she had her arm like this, and he was like, they were just. I was like, how did I not catch this?
I hate that.
But I was like, go off, girl.
I was like, get them all, honey. Get them all. Well, she's got 3 now.
I know. But yeah, if you go back and watch that, let me know what you think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was like, this seems kind of spicy.
Yeah. Speaking of cringy, I feel like that's like a very cringy scene. What's like your other, like the cringiest scene for you? And there's a lot. There's a lot.
Okay.
But
so,
I
think I have like 3.
I would say, yeah.
But I'm gonna like try. I mean, there's so many. Obviously, when in Twilight and Bella's like dying and like that's really cringe. That her on the floor, like that's so cringe.
Yeah.
It's cringe. And then was it Eclipse? No, it was in New Moon when Bella's in the theater.
You want me to put you in the hospital?
That was just bad.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna change it.
Okay.
The cringiest scene from each movie. Let's do that. You already did the first 2.
Okay, so
just keep going.
Okay, so what's next? Eclipse is next?
Yeah, because that one was.
Well, also the.
If you have more than one.
I have more than, like, in New Moon. Is it New Moon? He's like, what have you been like?
Yes.
Okay, so wait, what's your first two?
Okay, so Twilight, I think I have a tie. I think it's either where she's like he saves her from like those like guys and he's like in the car and he's like,
oh, it's cringe. It's so bad.
or when she first finds out he's a vampire and he's like, say it. Say it. I hate it.
I can see why now, like why Twilight is like your least favorite. There's so much cringe.
I know.
And the part where like he's like scooting the stuff over in the class. Yeah, I literally was like, bitch, what is happening? What is happening?
So then we have New Moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's what you said, definitely, but I also have when he first, it's like right after he turns, he like climbs up into her room, that whole scene. The whole scene.
Oh, when he's like
she,
you
like,
know it.
Yeah, he like grabs his hair and is like, what have they done to you?
Oh my god, it's bad!
I was like, ew, no. Or when he says, I can't change who I am, I was born this way. I'm like, okay, dude.
Like, Jake, stop.
So then we have Eclipse.
Tell me.
So mine is definitely the tent scene.
Oh.
They're both just trying to figure out who's got the bigger balls. Like
that
like
is
20 minutes.
Horrible. Jake's like, it'd be a lot quicker if you took off your clothes.
I was like, ew.
I don't like the part where she tells him to kiss her. Like that's
oh yeah,
weird.
that is. I don't like that. Or that other scene where they're alone in the house and he like tries to propose to her and she like tries to take all of his clothes and, and he's like nah, I'm okay. I'm like, ew.
Like, you're trying to take your clothes off. Oh yeah, that's cringe.
Yeah, so I think those two.
Oh, that's
like.
so bad.
Ugh.
And
Okay.
then
Do you have, or yours the same?
yeah, the tent one was like my biggest one.
That you said the one
Yeah.
where she tries to make you kiss her. So we have.
Is that where she like breaks her hand too? In that
No,
is that in Breaking? Is that in?
no, that's.
Where she
It is
punches him?
that's an Eclipse.
Or the- okay.
That's the first time that they kiss, because he says the second time he's like, I wish that was our first kiss. I was like,
Oh, okay.
no,
that's all ew. Ew.
Okay, so then we go to part one.
Okay, I have to think about
I
that.
know, me too.
What's cringe?
I think. Oh no, that's
Well, it's not
part two.
so much. I mean, just the whole baby in general was cringe. That was
It
bad.
doesn't look real.
It doesn't. She doesn't.
No.
But not like, it's not as cringy as the other.
I think when she finds out that blood is like good, and like she drinks it, she's like, it's good. Like,
It's like all over her teeth.
it's good.
You're like,
whoa,
okay.
is it? Okay. And then part two, I think it's you nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness monster.
Oh,
It's
she's like,
the worst.
Nessie? That was cute.
No.
That was cute.
Ugh. What about you for part two?
I'm trying to think for part two.
I mean, they get better.
They do
as,
get
like,
better, so
like-
it's not as like bad.
Yeah.
I can't think of any. I'm sure there's something, but I can't think of any.
Yeah, I think the nickname baby one is
Mm-hmm.
probably the worst. So enough with the cringy ones. How about the best ones?
Ooh.
So go do the same thing. Like every.
Okay, so obviously my
The first one
favorite.
is hard.
The first one, yeah.
Is there a best?
Is there a best scene? I'm gonna say my favorite scene is the apple scene. I like that scene.
Oh,
I like it when she's like, you're like, one day you want to talk to me, one day you don't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
I like that scene.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
it
like
shows his balance.
the baseball scene is my
I
favorite.
hate that scene. I hate that whole
I think it's
scene.
because it's so like, why are they playing baseball right now?
Yeah, exactly. Why are they playing baseball? And
But
like,
I do. I hate the whole movie, so if I had to pick, I guess it'd be the baseball because you're just like laughing. You're just like, why the hell are they playing
why
baseball
are they,
right
what is
now?
this happening? And then New Moon, favorite.
I have a lot.
It's hard.
I know. For the second one, I think it would be the scene like where they go like back and forth of them fixing the bikes.
Yeah, that's really good.
Or where she finds out that he's a werewolf.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a good
like,
scene.
Paul turns and then she's like,
they're like
"Jake,
fighting,
run."
and Jake's like going this way, and she's like, Jake, run!
And then he,
I love, that's a good scene.
I do like that
That's a
one.
good
That one
scene.
is a good one. What about, okay, so now we're on, what's your favorite? That one?
My favorite scene. I kind of like it when she jumps in the water too.
Oh, yeah.
And she like almost drowns and dies.
She like almost dies.
She almost dies.
That's my favorite part.
Oh, I hate. Can we go back to like cringe when?
Yes.
Frickin'.
Anyway.
When Jake, when Edward calls and he's like, he's busy planning a funeral. I'm like, for what? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Like,
Why?
boing.
And I don't know, like that whole like the relationship like I love it when she crashes the bike and hits her head and then he like takes off his shirt.
We're like, hey, there he is.
And she's like, you're kind of beautiful because you're not wrong. And he's
he
like,
is kind of beautiful.
he's like, how hard did you hit your head? That was cute.
Did you like long hair Jacob or short hair Jacob?
Long hair Jacob. Long hair Jacob. When he cuts it, I'm like, no.
When he cuts it, I'm like, finally.
No, I'm like, no.
I'm like, ew, that wig is. If he had a better wig, the wig is.
The
bad.
wigs are just bad.
The
Alice's
wigs are
wigs are
bad.
bad. But
Yeah.
I like long hair Jacob. I love long hair Jacob.
He's not bad, but I like short haired one better. Anyways, what's your favorite scene in Eclipse?
Eclipse is my least favorite movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's difficult.
it's difficult. I'm gonna say my favorite scene is after Jacob kisses Bella and she punches him in the face and like breaks her hand. I love that scene. And then like they go back to Charlie's and then Edward just shows up.
He's like, you dare touch her.
Yeah, I love that scene.
And she broke her hand. Punching my face.
Yes. Oh, when Charlie like comes out, I love that scene. It's so cute.
I think mine is when Jasper's teaching them all how to fight newborns, and like the wolf is watching.
It's nice that everyone's there.
Yeah, I do like that. And then you get to hear a little bit more about him because he's like the weird, like creepy one.
Yes, he is.
Oh my god, you scared me. I was like, what's happening?
I was being Jasper.
So yeah, I like that.
That's a cute scene.
I do wish we like learned a little bit more about Alice and Emmett, but I'm guessing that's in the books that I didn't read, so.
I'm gonna guess also it's been a long time. But I'm pretty sure it was in there.
I gotta read them. Anyway. What do you think is... Oh wait, we gotta go to Breaking Down Part 1. I was almost about to go to a whole
Breaking
question.
Down, a favorite scene.
From Breaking Down.
Breaking Down Part 1.
Mine is the wedding.
I do love the wedding, but I love when it's so bad when she's having Renesmee and everyone's like Rosalie's like freaking out.
And Jacob's crying.
Yeah, it's like so chaotic.
Yeah.
Like Edward makes Rosalie go and she has like the scalpel and she's like and so Edward starts biting her like open.
Everywhere.
Even before he uses his mouth to like take the baby out. Did you notice that? Because Rosalie takes the scalpel. She has the scalpel. Then she goes. So then Edward is just like,
Oh my god.
yes! I literally was like, and then when she's dead, he bites her everywhere.
Yeah.
I just love that whole part. And then, and Jacob's like, killing you would be too easy. You have to live with this.
I do like that part.
I love that part.
He's like, nah, man. Nah, fam, you gotta live with that.
Yeah, goosebumps.
Yeah, I like the wedding, and then, yeah, I like the wedding.
Oh my gosh.
And then Breaking Down Part 2, obviously my favorite part is the end. Like,
yeah.
Like, that's the only good part about that movie, to be completely honest with you.
That is the only good part.
Or when she is almost living with Emmett, and they, like,
that's
break
cute.
the rock.
Yeah.
I like that one, too.
And she's, like, kicking it apart and punching it. Yeah, that's cute.
I like that.
But that whole scene is, like, the best scene.
Yeah. I do like that. So we're going to switch it up a little bit.
Okay, let's go.
Most heartbreaking. Let's do all around but then go from scene to like movie to movie.
Okay, so
which one breaks your
around-
heart the most? And then we'll go from most heartbreaking to each movie.
My most heartbreaking part where I was like crying and like crushed was when Bella dies and Jacob says that to Edward. He's all like, you have to live with this. And he walks out and just like falls to the ground and just starts crying. Ugh!
I could cry right now thinking.
Literally heartbreak.
I could cry right now thinking about it.
It's so sad.
I have two. That one. Not that. Just him, like
Crying, yeah.
crying, or Seth dying, or not Seth. Leah dying as a wolf.
Oh,
in the last one, she saves Esme and she dies.
Oh, in the fake part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like.
That was.
I was like, no way.
Full circle. She didn't want the sandwich from Esme, and she saved her.
Oh my god!
What?
Wow.
And she saved
That's
her.
crazy. That is crazy.
That is crazy.
Anyway, alright, let's go from movie to
Most
Twilight.
heartbreaking.
Most heartbreaking.
The whole movie.
It's a tragedy.
It was heartbreaking.
Yeah, she had to move.
That's pretty much. She went to Washington where it rained a lot.
Yeah, pretty much. It is just
Perfect.
one, like, they just put gray over the whole movie.
There's like this really bad filter on like the whole thing. So bad.
I would say the reaction she had when she thought her mom was in danger.
Oh, that.
I think
that's pretty
that's like
heartbreaking.
the most heartbreaking. And then she's like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
So that for that one, okay, New Moon. What do you think?
I just feel bad for her.
Again. We just feel bad for her.
My favorite like heartbreaking scene is when she's like sitting and like time is going by. Oh, cringe. We have to go back to the cringe. Yeah. When she's like having nightmares and she's like screaming. That was really bad, but it's just a sad scene. And honestly, I wanted to say the scene where Edward first leaves and she's like wandering around the woods.
Oh, and then she like trips.
But she wasn't kidding. No. I'm like, girl, the love of your life just left and you're just like walking.
Yeah, you're like not doing anything.
No, but that I feel like that should have been like the most heartbreaking, but
yeah. I think the most heartbreaking for me was when she left Jacob. And he's like begging and begging her to stay. And
when
she's
Alice
like,
gets there.
Yeah, and then she's like, no, sorry, I have to go.
That sucked.
He was like,
That sucked.
what the heck?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fine.
Ugh.
Or when he first leaves, because you could tell, like, kind of that she's sad. She doesn't really show emotion.
She just says she's sad.
Okay, Eclipse, I definitely have a number one for Eclipse.
For sad?
When Jacob like shatters all the bones in his body. And they have to like carry him.
When Leah's trying to go after and then he helps. Oh yeah. And he's
like,
screaming.
They're like carrying him out. He's naked and they're just like
oh my god.
and then you like cut to him at this Carlo trying to like and they're all outside of the house and just listening to him scream.
But then he asks Bella if she's okay.
Yeah, and then he's like, I still love you. And she's like, no. I'm like, oh my god, I hate you. Yeah, so that's definitely,
I'll say that's my
mine.
heartbreaking.
Yeah. Breaking Dawn. Oh yeah, we already talked about that
There
one.
was like a fuzzy in my mouth. I'm sorry. I literally was like, my sweater. Please ignore me.
Definitely when she And then for part 2, I would say either when they kill Carlisle or when Leah dies.
I want to say like just that whole. It's like it's one of those. Also, it's like the best and the worst because so many bad things are happening.
I know.
But so many good things are happening.
Yeah, like
Alice freaking
Jane
dragging
died.
Jane to Sam. Oh, I loved it.
The best.
Yeah, I love that part.
Love it. I love it. I love it. What do you think about the whole Volturi thing?
I guess they're like they have. I don't know.
I get it, but
Yeah,
then I really don't get it.
Yeah.
Like they're not hurting any. Like, what's the point of it?
to keep them in line because they're doing a pretty crappy job.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, they're doing a really bad job. Like that whole thing with Victoria.
Yeah, they just let her turn like 40 people.
So I'm like, oh, what's your role in this? But I guess they can pick and choose when they play their role.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like they're bored and want something interesting to happen.
True. I think that might be like what it is. So.
Like too much power, so they just want something to happen.
Yeah.
I can obviously, I mean, they make the movie more interesting, I suppose, but
at the same time, I'm like,
what are you doing?
What is your purpose?
No.
Let's go from heartbreaking to heartwarming.
Ooh, heartwarming. Yeah. What gave me the feels?
All the movies?
Oh God, like, just,
let's see.
The wedding gave me the feels, obviously.
Absolutely. When she feels the baby kick for the first time, and they're like in there, I was like, oh, that's cute.
Oh yeah, and then like Edward finally is like starting to like come around
to it, yeah.
That was cute.
That one's cute.
Oh, anytime. Oh gosh, Charlie and Bella after the wedding, and he like hugs her.
Oh,
feels.
Jacob after the wedding, or
yeah,
during the wedding, he finally shows up, and she's like, oh my god.
I love you. As my husband is sitting right behind me, but I love you so much.
Sure. Girl, you're such a player. Wow. Let's see. Twilight, there really aren't any. There really aren't any.
I guess as heartwarming as it's gonna get is when he like actually has a conversation or tries to have a conversation.
When he talks to her for the first time.
That was pretty heartwarming, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, he makes that car stop for her, I guess.
Mm-hmm. The gaslighting.
Yeah, true.
Oh, God.
Eclipse. I would say heartwarming is like the conversations that her and Jake had when he was like walking her up to the top of the mountain.
Oh, when he's carrying her? Yeah. It's just crazy to me. Like, I felt like she was so, like, had this deep relationship with Jacob, and I just did not feel that with Edward.
No, they had, like, a connection that, like,
It just
like
felt,
a once-in-a-lifetime connection, and they had it, and her and Edward didn't.
I don't know. I just did not feel the love.
Yeah.
And when I see her and Jacob, and, like, Jacob says, it's as easy as breathing when they're together. Like, it made sense.
Yeah.
And I just did not feel the
I feel like Bella and Edward, it's so difficult for them to, like, do anything.
Because he's, like, just so broody all the time. And I like broody, but it's, like...
Yeah, at the same time.
All the
time.
Dude.
Get out of it. Like, come on. I do like, though, the end of the last movie where she's, like, showing him, like, the movie that she made in her head. I was like, okay.
Because she can, like, finally share, like, what she's been thinking of. Because she hasn't. That's amazing.
So heartwarming.
That was very heartwarming.
Sure.
What a good way to, like, tie everything all up.
Yeah, I love
I love that.
Love it. So besides Bella, Edward, and Jacob, who do you have a favorite couple?
So I'm trying not to go for the obvious couples we have going on. I'm gonna go for I want to be the happiest and deserves all the good things.
Yeah.
Charlie.
And
freaking
Sue
Clearwater. So it's fine.
This is still your girl.
It's okay.
He's deceased.
Yes, and they both deserve all the love.
Yeah.
I love them. What's yours?
Yeah. I like I forgot all of the names. Alice and Jasper.
Oh yeah. They're just so cute together.
They're so cute. They help each other out like weirdly a lot. So that's nice. Yeah.
Like when she's getting like a vision and he immediately knows like what's wrong.
And they act the most coupley out of all the vampires, I feel like.
They do.
Because like Emmett and Rosie are like kind of together, but like never ever stand next to each other or talk.
That's true. And like Jasper and Alice are always together. Yeah.
Emmett is more into freaking Bella than Rosalie. So now she's got got 4. She's got 4 of those men.
Dang! Okay.
You
Chill.
You do you, boo.
Oh, you chill.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So this question, I am really curious on what you think.
Okay.
What do you think of Bella's human friends? Her like friends from high school.
They are fine.
They seem so like. They seem like.
I didn't
not
like
interested friends.
No. They were just interested because she was a new shiny thing.
Yeah, the shiny new girl.
Yeah. So.
They literally call her the shiny new toy.
Oh, do they?
Jessica does, yeah.
Oh, Jessica.
Oh, I don't like her. I think that's my problem. I love Anna Kendrick. Don't like her.
I was like rubbed the wrong way at the wedding, and they were like talking about the cake, and they were like, it could be bigger.
Yeah, and when she asks, so how far along do you think she is?
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
No.
I
I like is it Angela?
Yes.
I like her.
I do like Angela.
Mm-hmm.
What's that blonde? The blonde guy's, he tries too hard.
Oh yeah, he tries so hard.
I'm like, dude, chill.
I like it when like he's inviting Bella to the movies, and she's like, let's make it a group thing.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
what?
yeah.
I mean, okay. God. Yeah, they're just like, I feel like they're just kind of like
They're there.
okay friends.
They're there because you have to have friends in high school,
Yeah.
but like they're not really good friends.
No, they're crappy friends.
They're just not it.
No. I'm like,
Yeah.
meh. Last question I have. What's your favorite song? Like, what's the song that immediately plays you think of Twilight?
Up with his turrets. Are we?
Oh, yeah.
I hear it. We're fine. I hear that and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
And
I
it's-
think of 1,000 Years.
oh, do you see? I try not to listen to it at all. I can't listen to that song.
Really?
Mm-mm. I can't.
There was a song that came on at work the other day, and me, you, and Brittany were like,
Oh.
is this Twilight?
So we had a charcuterie class
Yeah.
at work, and so I put Bridgerton, like, you know how like they do the cover, but it's like violin and piano
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
new pop music. So it was Bella's Lullaby was playing.
Yeah.
And so literally all this time, it had been playing for like a minute.
Yeah, and all 3 of us at the same exact time, we were like, this
Is
is from Twilight?
Twilight?
We were like,
Oh.
you just know, like those songs, they all sound like so different, but like all the same.
Yes.
You just, you know,
Oh, they're
you're
so
like,
good.
I wonder if this song was in Twilight.
It probably was.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, and that one. Ha, ha, ha. So every time Dan and I like are in the mountains and it's like foggy, in the car we'll just so badly.
See you.
Yeah, we're just like. It's not good, but it's just.
I love
it's
that.
funny.
Also, one of my favorites is the scene where it's just going around in circles. Is a possibility. And she's like, we played that at work and I redid that video. If I can find the video, I'm gonna put it in.
Yeah, put it on there.
The video.
I put it on our story to say like, what movies? No one answered.
Nobody answered. Nobody ever answered.
I was like,
well, no, I'm just like an idiot.
this was like the greatest thing we've ever like posted.
Yeah,
but that's fine.
Nobody.
That's fine.
Whatever.
It was funny to us.
It was hilarious to us. We laughed for like 10 minutes about it. Do you have anything else to add?
I don't. Just rewatching it definitely.
Changes.
I thought I was.
perspective.
Yeah, it definitely changes my perspective, and I thought I was gonna hate it, but I loved it more.
That's cool.
I loved it
that. I
more.
love that.
I loved it more. Yeah, so I'm glad. She said that we were gonna have this like as an episode, and I was like, let me do a little refresher.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I did. Yeah, so it was a good idea.
Oh,
Good idea.
Love it. So yeah.
Do you have anything to add?
I was trying to think. I don't think
No?
so.
Okay. All right.
Good. So, as always,
Mm-hmm.
make sure to like and subscribe.
Down below.
Leave us a comment. Who's your favorite all-around character in all the Twilights?
Mm-hmm.
And then follow our socials. My Instagram is Hailey_Stoll.
And then I'm Bailey Whaley.
And then our podcast Instagram, which we really need to get better at posting on,
is Hailey.Bailey00.
and
And then you can listen to this on obviously YouTube and then anywhere else that you listen to podcasts on. So Spotify and Apple Music and all the other ones.
I'm like, I don't know where she puts them.
I barely know where I put them. But yeah, if you haven't watched them, go watch all the movies. Or if you need a little refresher, hopefully we just inspired you to go watch all of them.
Yes.
So, all right. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.